people uninformed about my experience. My experience is I went to jail a long time ago for a simple battery. While in jail, an officer had assaulted another inmate. This inmate came into my pod, and you know, it became common knowledge that the officer had SA him. And not really being a fan of grapes, I had a problem with that. And this officer had gotten, what is the word, excited looking at me. And I had a problem with that. And I told him, I was like, hey, um, called him by his name. I don't care you're a cop. You won't make me a victim of involuntary voyeurism. We can go. And he unlawfully engaged me. He opened my cell. He called them in. He called the front, told them to pop my cell. He came in and he assaulted me. He pinned me to the wall and started choking me. And I defended myself. I choked him back. I started getting the upper hand. And I didn't fight back until I was already starting to black out. And they slammed my head into a metal toilet. Well, long story short, I filed multiple grievances. They covered it up. It wasn't in my prisoner paperwork when I got out. And then afterward, I started noticing unusual patterns where I was being followed when I got out of jail. Then later, I found myself the victim of a smear campaign. I was troubled by that, but life went on. More time equated more and more problems. Well, I was so psychologically traumatized that I had numerous attempts to remove myself. And I did scream for help a very long time. And because of that, um, later the mental health system was abused. And then the institutions were further abused, resulting in more abuse towards me and distrust for overall establishment. I got into herbal medicine, and because I had my own health problems, and I used to work for a medical marijuana company, and I did really well. I made really good medicine, according to others. I think I'm a retard, honestly. I'm no better than anybody else. I know the mistakes I've made in my life. I know the bad choices. Not the demon that I've been portrayed as, but, my humor has gotten darker and darker over the years as a coping mechanism with the absolute tragedy that is my life. Um, I've been through everything from being pistol whipped to being stabbed to now having my hand completely cut in half, held hostage, um, victim of grape, um, everything bad you can think of. But I've tried really hard and always have cared about people. But now I need people to care about me. Like, I've put bits and pieces in videos to try to explain and document what's going on. But I don't think anybody cares. And I'm fearful for my niece, my nephew, and the future of other people and where our country is going and the world. But genuinely, like I've had way more experiences for my life than most people would even believe. And I was outright told by a therapist, "Wow, your life has been like a movie." Yeah, bro, I didn't want it. I didn't want to watch this. I didn't want to go through any of this. Large portion. But that's the little portion of about me. And so now I do herbal medicine where I can, helping people, and reading, research, and trying to fix myself. Um, I was I ended up with a brain injury after an attempt to end things because I was so traumatized I couldn't talk for 8 months. Um, I couldn't have a coherent conversation. And then the medications they kept giving me made it worse because I was going through real things and they were trying to drug it away. And they were also, hurting me institutionally pretty bad. So much so that this last time they were going to do electroshock therapy for talking about how a case manager falsified medical records when I was trying to tell him some things that were being done to me. And I was on probation for a drug charge, and he said it was something else. And there has been a handful of people who have actually shown my records to, but like people actually know. Like I don't need to show that to the public. That's none of their business. You either take it for face value or you don't. I deal with enough hate as it is. It's not like you're gonna lump on more, and it'd be any different than what I'm already dealing with.